Hello friend, my name is Kaushik Kumar. Today's topic is conversion of numbers from decimal to binary and binary octadecimal to octanumbers and octadecimals to hexadecimals, and then again conversion to binary to decimals, octadecimals, and these things. So conversion of numbers. First, what do you mean decimals numbers? The number starting from 0 to 9s are used to decimals numbers is on the base is 10. So and binary numbers in the forms of 0 to 1 digits. The binary digits is the comprised electronic systems representatives of data consist of only two digits is 0 and 1s. How we can change the decimal to binary? Seeing the examples of 195s, 195, 195 base of 10. So base of 10 is the decimal format to changing with my number. So in the format of 0 ones, we can firstly divide in this way. 195 by 2 become 97. Then 97 its remainder is 1s, and 97 divided by 2 48 is remainder 1, and 48 divided by 2 is 24, remainder is 0. Now in the opposites, so opposite format is known as becomes binary numbers. So we can write this by programs or by Java programs. First we can create a package, and then we create a class, and the class we can create a class name as from decimal to binary. So decimal to binary. So decimal to binary. First we create a class, then we take method names as firstly we can change the decimal. Now we rename it by move the cursor here. It can be replaced by renames the method is. Now we can create the methods as a public, static, and void. Void or strings. If the numbers are stored in the form of strings, so strings is to binary. Binary. Taking as a numbers as a int and here we can increase. Then we can replace by strings as a blank space. So strings is binary. So directly write fine. We taking as empty strings, and again so going for while conditions. How much numbers I don't know. So number and not equal to 0, then we going for divided by each by. So going for denominators is dividing by 2, so we can also go for 2. So n modulus by 2 it's coming, and divided by 2 it's giving the remainder. So we can store the remainders as the initiate from the binary. So equal to binary, then b plus binary, and store it, and again we can divide by 2 this comes, and we can give as return type such as string, so we can give as return, and then we can simply set binary. So now we can print by using main method and simply sys out, and the method's name is to binary, to binary. So taking as a numbers, that number will be taken as same number, so we taken as 195. So we can guess 195 and then 195. So you can directly check is coming or not, and save, and we can run the programs. This is coming the right. Now there is another way also we can go for binary. So there is one method callings. There is the method which is present in the systems in the Java programs in the object class. So there is another also is there, sys out. So we can use that integer dot, we can use the two binary, and here we can take any numbers like 195. Again we taking is right or not, so we can again run the programs checking if it's coming or not. So another method is this integer to binary. We can directly convert the decimals into binary numbers. It is in the form of string integer. So integer to binary change to its numbers. So there is methods. Now again is how to change the second number is decimal to octadecimal. Octa numbers where the base is 8, which the number is divided by 8, so it's form a digit. So these numbers with the base 8, if then x numbers then can be octadecimal, so you generate as x base 8 and the contents like 52 to octadecimal. So 52 divided by 8, it becomes 6 as quotient and 4 as a remainder. So again 6 divided the quotient divided by 8, so equal to 0, quotient is 0 and the remainder is 6. So now again we can going from down to up, so 6 and 4, so 64 is the answer. How we can find that decimal to octadecimals? And another way, there is programs we can write here, so we can go for write another programs, new class octa to decimal to octa, decimals to octa. So here we can also create one method so of the decimals by taking as a simple same things as a public. So we can giving as a public string. So a public static means calling in the same class as giving as a string against, and then method name is to octa and taking as a numbers as a int. So here we can taking as a first we taking as a strings, we can use the consoles strings octa equal to, again we giving an empty space, then going for another says while conditions there if n not equal to 0, and then for again we find the remainders, so equal to n modulus by 8, and we can again store in the same way, so octa equal to remainder plus octa, and then again we can do same as a divided by 8, so giving us a remainders. So again we can returns same thing, returns octa. Now calling by main method again, the main methods here was sys out and then again to octa, giving us a 52 is coming 64 or not, you can check, save the programs and run the programs. 64. The same way we can find in this method calling by sys out. So integer is a class, so it's in capital, so integer dot calling methods to octa strings. So we can put as a again 52 as a base number. So we can save the programs and run the programs. Giving 64. There is method integer is the method integer class, we call the octa strings methods. Now again going for the same things, how we can find, go for the decimal to octa numbers, we can gain it. Now going for hexadecimal, is complicated. So here is the number that is the base value is 16 and the pronoun same as hexadecimals are by the only 16. So it's 0 to 9 and after 9 that's converted into alphabets like capital A for 10, capital B for 11, and capital C for 12, capital D for 13, and capital E for 14, and capital F for 15. So now for these numbers with base 10s to find the hexadecimals. So is 365 and 363 3000 35,631 say divided by 16 if quotient is this and they are giving a remainder, so it's become F. And the same thing if the quotient is divided by this, so we can 139 quotients and remainder is 2, so we can 2, and 139 is divided by 16 quotient is 8 and remainder is 11, so it's become B. And then say 8 divided by 16 its quotient is 0, remainder is 0, so its remainder is 8, so 8 will be now again by the going from down to up, so 8B to F in the base forms. Now again going for this, going for create a class, can create a class, and again we create a class up to class for decimal to decimals to hexa. Again we created an methods like public static should be always, because we can call the in same class, so as a string, because everything we store in the strings, so to hexa, so taking as a int numbers, here we can take. Now again a strings hexa is taking as empty strings, we can store the value on empty strings. Again we can first divided by remainder, so and modulus by 16, again in modulus 16 in the condition we are giving a condition, if condition, if d equal to 10, then we write for d naught, this is remainders, the remainder is 10, then we go for this, and then we can hexa and stores 8, so we can store, how can we store is capital A and then hexa, this way we can store. In the same way we can go for up to 15, so going for else if condition, else if conditions is remainder is equal to 1, then going for same things, we can go for hexa and there is changing the B, capital B, and same things we can repeat for up to 15 numbers, so we can copy paste, and here we can change the remainders to and B to C, so capital C, and then going for same things, same thing remainder is for 3, and this C changes to C and C changes to D and F, so again we copy paste it, so if it is 4 DE, then we can check EF, okay, EF, okay, DEF, then E, then else if we are going for, again we can paste it here, if there is 5 we can go for F, up to 15 numbers is coming, and therefore in else parts we can directly stores hexa 2 as reminders, and then we added hexa, and then we returns returns hexa. Now we can print here with the by using main method. So main method says out now is to hexa, and we can take it as a numbers. What your number was there is 35631, 35631, 35631, 35631. Now we can check it's coming or out. We can proceed. Here giving error. You can use main methods here, so you can give an close bracket after the main methods calling. Now again we can save the programs and run it. So it's 15. 15 is coming or not. So it is some things whatever the 8 to F. Okay, we can check here what are the problems. Then we go for this one. Oh friend, there is the problems here. We're taking as 11, then going for 12, then going for 13, then going for 14, and then going for 15. Again save the program and run the programs. It's coming or not. It's coming F. So don't and again in else parts there is some condition is given. Okay, the while condition I don't give it. While condition while and equal to 0. Here we can again be divided by n equal to n by 16. So this mistake is coming. Can solve the forms and 8 to be is coming. Now again we can run the same programs by using method callings. It is simple. It's an integer dot to hexa or decimals. We can use hexa strings and giving an integer and value is 3635631. Now we can run the programs. It's coming with the same methods because ER is using for red line. So system ER is using for red lines and out for using for simple lines. So you can use as a red line. Now the third program is going for number is changing from decimal to hexadecimal. Now we can conversion in opposite direction like binary decimals and binary decimals. The formats there is the written in the binary formats where we can base as 2 and we can give a decimal as a format of it. Simply in the last point the multiple is 0, 1 and 2 and 3. So they are added in the same value and becomes a total. Same things we can write here. We can go for here we can create a class. Now friends, we can create a class of binary to decimals. Here we can create one method like a public statics and integer return types and to decimal the method names and taking as a numbers as integer names. We can take an as a int product equal to ones. Here why we taken ones, why will explains, and again we are taking as int sums because the last summation is equal summation of all the numbers comes the results. So while and not equal to 0, then we replace as a first we go for remainder and remainder equal to remainder modulus by 10. So it's giving a last numbers. So again so last number giving a last number, so I can take as a last number. So and so taking the last numbers and again we can give us sum equal to sum plus and here we can r into product. and again we products, because in the multiple of 2 is there, so we can give as a product into 2. So here we can give as a product into 2's, and again we can divide it by 10 and equal to n divided by 10's. So it creates and returns, and we can return as so we can check is coming or not. So by creating a main method, we can create a main method first, main methods, then we call the method names by calling method names to decimals. So to decimals is comments. So comments, and we can check is coming or not. So we can write 11 1, whatever the outputs I don't know. So save the programs and run the programs. Is coming 3. How we can check 2 to the power 0 is become 1 and 2 to the power 1 is become 2. Here we can say that 2 1 1 not equal to 0, then the same thing, same way we can search the last numbers as a remainder, say returning as 1, and here we can giving as a r into 1, so remainder is 1 into 1. So taking as 1 into 1, comment out by comment out string 1 into 1, and here the products, now product become 1 into 2. Now products becomes 2. Again with the multiplying 2 is become 4. Here we can change for triple 1 or triple ones. We can go for triple ones. Now we save the programs and we check the programs is coming or not. Is 7. H to the power 0 is 1, to the power 2 1 is 2, and to the power 2 is 4. The 4 means here we can give as comments. So here the output was 2 to the power 2, so it's from 4 plus 2 plus 1, it's becomes 7. So we can find the 7 the same way. We can go for binary to decimals is coming. Now we're going for the decimals to, now we're going for now in the same way we can also write for octa numbers. So is the public static and the int and to octa to decimals. So octa to decimals, where taking as int number ends and is the base of tens, and here we can also the same way, but in the method we can product same to by 8. So we can check is coming or not. The same methods we can call for this one also by replacing some things. Here we can product the 1 and the sum is 0, this number is tens, and the product is this by taking as simples here 8. So it's become 8. Now we can divide by tens, and we can check is coming or not. So we can go and here sys out. So I'm going for octa to decimals, octa to decimals by taking as the numbers as 1 0 2 4. Octa to decimals is coming out. Octa to decimals by taking as the numbers. What the problem is going on? Octa to decimals, change octa to decimals. Okay, here decimal screens. Now we can check whether it's coming or not. So 532 is coming, so we can check by using bind compilers. So here we can check as for going to octa to decimals. So octa to decimals number 1024. Now convert it, it's from 532. It's giving the right answer. So we can give the right answer. So if there's the right answer, Now going for against another method is another way going for hexa to decimals. So we can write here the public static, and then return type is going for ints. Hello friends, for hexadecimals to numbers, so int, so we can take as hexa to decimals. Here you can take as a string number, strings, and str. So the last program is yours. You can do and give me the output for this and comment it in the uh, YouTube channels. So like and subscribe my channels. Thank you. The next topic should be the patterns or itself, pattern or something else. Thank you friends.